Wolfer and this bot are just dancing.
Looks like they're both nervous.
I will win this salsa.
Dance off.
This tango.
Lab report for P6-02. Material from the red cylinder, also known as dark matter fission cell, gathered from one of Tremor's troopers, has reacted interestingly with the host. We will call him Failure Number 1, as their name is no longer important as they are no longer around. Once the material was administered to the patient, their energy seemed to spike and was at a time, according to all my sensors, near perfection. That was until it appears their spark overloaded from the intense power levels introduced too quickly. We will learn from the flaws of the Cybertronian race and move on to experiment P6-03. If my hypothesis is correct, once we receive the silver substance from Antella, also known as... My lord, what do I owe the pleasure? And welcome back, Soundwave.
Shockwave. Clean up the place. We are expecting company.
A full day has passed, and you all are still traveling through space on Spitfire's ship called the Blue Jay. After running around all over the place like an excited puppy, the nameless baby Turbo Fox has finally passed out on one of the co-pilot seats in the cockpit of the ship. During one of the evenings of the recharge hours, both Eight Wheeler and Zephyr have the same dream as before. Eight Wheeler's dream being the last mission that went south fast. Zephyr, you have the Zephyr Industries party massacre. Spitfire, this is where we will dive into your dream sequence.
Exciting.
We start off in a massive garage, many years before the civil war between Autobots and Decepticons. This garage we are in can fit many starships, most luxury class starships. None of them are meant for war. We can see Spitfire laying on their back on one of those mechanic rollers so that she can fix an oil leak that this specific ship is having. We pan out a little bit and see as she slides out from underneath and gets up to clean up the wrench she was using, and is immediately greeted with her work family. Many other bots who are also mechanics gathering around to celebrate another job well done. They take you to one of the local pubs for drinks, and everyone has a good time. We cut to a few years later, and on television, a television projector, Megatron appears.
My fellow Cybertronians, it is time. No longer will we be oppressed by the Autobot elites who hoard all of Cybertron's resources for themselves, making the rest of us fight for the scraps. The organization formerly known as the Rise will now help the average Cybertronian take back what is rightfully belongs to them, to pull back the curtain of deceit and lies of the Autobot propaganda. Decepticons, transform and rise up!
We then start a montage of different shots of you and your squad working on starships in your garage. And with each new scene, the ships slowly turn from the peaceful luxury kind we saw in the beginning to war machines. On top of that, with each scene, we see one or two less of your coworkers no longer there, until one day, it's just you. You're alone. Everyone else has been drafted but you. And it stays like this for almost 2 years. But that's about to change today, as two Autobots approach you with a data pad, and they flip it in your direction so that you can read it. And in big letters it says, "You've been drafted." What are your reactions to that?
I feel like her spark kind of sinks a little bit because so far I don't think she's heard back from any of her squad members, and she's tired and exhausted, and this is probably the last thing that she wants to hear today. But I think there's a little blip of hope that maybe because she's getting drafted, she'll still get the chance to see her crew members, but all in all, it's not a great thing to hear.
Although at this moment, you don't know it. One of the bots standing in front of you would soon be your mentor. In the dream, however, you recognize this, and you feel a sense of warmth and calm and happiness to see your friend again. He's no taller than you are and looks to also transform into some form of a sports car. But instead of blue like you, they're more of a red color. Their Autobot insignia glistens as the sun from the skylight shines down on it. Its chrome color shimmers, but as soon as you realize that this is just a dream, you're overcome with sadness once again. The dream begins to shift, and you can't quite see what's happening yet, and you feel deep down that this dream isn't quite over. An image of Primus's face flashes like lightning over the blurriness of the dream, and just like lightning, it's gone. Unfortunately, before you can finish the dream, awakened by Turbofox scratching at the door.
She like jolts awake, like sitting up pretty quickly, just like for a moment trying to process like what this dream was and feeling such a mix of emotions, and then for a split second maybe thinking she's still dreaming, and once she realizes that she's on the ship and hears Turbofox, she stands and opens the door to then bends down to baby Turbofox and says, "Hey, are you hungry?"
They yip in excitement and bounce around as if yes, that was the answer to their prayers.
She sighs, probably a little tired from being suddenly woken, and says, all right, let's go get you some food," and walks out to get him some food.
So as you guys are traveling on the spaceship, I know a full day has gone by and you're at full health now. What else have each of you been doing on the Blue Jay?
I've been finding a permanent way to install a booster seat onto the driver's seat. That way it cannot be removed. That way all who sit on it suffer the extra height.
I thought you were gonna say you found a permanent hiding spot.
Roll me wisdom.
Oh no. Okay. 8.
So you're trying to install this booster seat, and you said into the pilot's chair, right?
Yeah.
So you're trying to install this booster seat permanently to the pilot's chair. You're using bungee cords and whatever else that you can find, but you're not sure how to quite get it to permanently stick. As we pan out from the seat, it looks like it was just half tailpipe put together, if that makes sense. But you're very satisfied with your work.
Excellent.
God damn it.
Eight Wheeler.
Are we in different rooms, or like, do we have our own separate bed chambers?
Yes, this luxury starship has at least a room for all of you and one more.
While I'm in my bed chambers, I want to activate the minicon stasis.
How would you like to do that? You want to like hold it, touch it?
I guess I would roll to see if I've done this before. Like, do I know of it, or am I gonna be like blindly just smacking it until it activates?
I was gonna say smack it on a desk. Just like, damn thing, activate.
Roll intellect.
Roll intellect. Okay, that's a 5.
So you know what this is, but you've never seen anyone activate a minicon pentagon stasis pod, I think is what they're called.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of like pressing buttons, or what you think are buttons, because they click downwards. And it kind of flickers, kind of reminds you of like when you're trying to turn over a car, but it's not quite reaching it, if that makes sense. Like it's...
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just keep at it until I figure it out. I'll keep trying different combinations.
Is there anything else you want to do before we move to the next thing?
I think the one thing she would do, or two things I guess she would do, is just almost meticulously check over the ship. Since she used to be a mechanic, she wants to make sure everything is where it should be and working correctly.
Oh
then...
my Primus.
What?
You don't want to do that.
What have you done? What have you done? Other than this stupid booster seat?
Anyways.
As you're checking over the ship, you notice that fuel is running really low.
Oh.
Scrap.
She makes a mental note, because that means we're going to have to make a stop soon, and it's best to bring it up with everyone probably fairly soon. Once she checks over everything, I think she would just sit and clean up the dirty, grungy Autobot insignia of her mentor.
As you're cleaning off your friend's Autobot insignia, you can see the shiny chrome color it had in your dream. Sad.
Bittersweet.
So, speaking of low fuel, you're still days away from reaching Cybertron. And when you warp drive from last episode, you used up a lot of fuel. And it did not help that when you warp drive when you're in the other ship that you went the opposite direction as Cybertron. So even though this ship is very fast, you're still, you're days away. And at this point, you're running on fumes. Not quite enough fuel to perform a warp jump with this ship, but just enough to reach the next planet. Eight Wheeler, you've traveled a lot of the galaxy, but you've never been to this sector. Zephyr, you haven't left Cybertron very much. So a lot of this is new to you.
What?
Yes. You got an entire industry to run. Spitfire, however, you've been to this sector before, but never to the planets in the solar system.
Great.
And that's because you've heard rumors about its inhabitants, none of which have ever been compliments. But you are also aware of how little fuel your ship has.
We've got no choice. We're landing.
Might I suggest, I know how to make the plane go up, but going down seems to be a bit of a rough patch.
Yeah, you never properly landed a ship before.
Oh no.
Zephyr, would you like to get in the pilot seat?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought
Describe it to
Ted
me.
doesn't know how to land it. Why is he gonna get on it?
You guys can argue over it.
Have you ever landed a plane?
I feel like I've had training before, or am I wrong?
He's landed the escape pod before, at least in the episodes. No, wait, you had a crew member that did that for you.
That is true. Then no, I don't know how to land anything.
We're going in.
Great.
Has anybody been to this sector before?
Wait, autopilot lands the plane for you, right?
Yes.
Oh my god, thank god. Oh,
My baby, she's saved.
I try to trick it to make it look like I'm the one that's landing when it's really just the autopilot feature, just to showboat how good of a pilot I am.
Okay. So you click this button, and you feel the steering wheel that you have kind of lock and start moving on its own, but you have your hands on it trying to look like you're doing the movements. The ship takes itself down to the only planet in the star system that's marked to have life form. You bring your ship to this planet that appears to be covered in cities. Like, I'm thinking something like from Star Wars that's like Coruscant, like it's just complete cities. Like, there's no wildlife or anything, it's just buildings and buildings and buildings, right?
Okay.
But meant for giant mechanical beings such as yourself, with the exception of Zephyr, right?
What do you mean by that?
I'm God. The ship gently puts itself down at the nearest landing dock that advertises fuel, and you are immediately greeted with several bots. Most of them have tools or some sort of signs. One of them stands out and says, "Welcome to planet CORE," and it spells out core, but like there's a period after every letter. As you're stepping out of the ship, 4 of these bots greet you, and all at once, on top of each other, one goes,
Does your ship need a
Does your
tune-up?
ship need a wash? Does your ship need it painted?
and you can barely hear it, but the figure in the back asks, "Does your ship need fuel?"
Spitfire is overwhelmed.
We stepped out already, right?
Yeah, you're like walking down the ramp.
Okay, when I'm walking it, I want to slow clap on Zephyr's landing job. I'm like, good job.
Thank you.
I'd like to join.
You see, if you guys ever need a talented pilot, please let me know. I'm just that good.
Yeah, you're getting much better. I wonder if it's just the booster seat helping you.
I chuckled.
I installed that seat myself. Thank you very much.
To the bot that asked if you need fuel, or did you want to respond to the other bots?
Oh,
Yes, fuel.
Fuel, please. Fuel. Only fuel.
The bot in the back gets like jumps up in joy, and the ones in front of it just kind of go "aw," and then they
aw.
make a neat little hallway for you. Like they each step to the side and make room for you to walk to this bot that you guys answered, and they go, "Oh yes, hello, yes, fuel, best fuel. Follow me to my transaction pad." The bot turns around as the others step aside. The ones on the side watch you walk by them. The Turbo Fox tilts their head up to look at them as they walk by, but there's absolutely no reaction from these bots. They just stand
A
there.
little bit.
You guys continue following this bot, who looks like they may transform into some sort of like hippie van.
Volkswagen van.
Volkswagen, yeah, that's the most,
The bug bus.
yeah, the bug bus, right?
Bug bus.
They're not very tall, but they are kind of like wide. After about 2 minutes of walking, you finally arrive across the landing pad to a storefront that has many oil cans and bots that appear to be that turn into trucks that carry the fuel over. And the van bot, "Welcome, my friends. How much fuel you need?"
A full tank.
"Ah, I see. You came to the right place.
Well, I hope.
I can have your ship filled up within 1 cycle," or about an hour for those humans out there listening. "Feel free to explore the city while you wait. Here's a brochure. I highly recommend visiting the library first. That will be about 25 energon cubes."
It takes you a whole 1 cycle to fill up on fuel.
"It's a big ship, my friend."
That is very much not a big ship.
Excuse you. She is the perfect size. She is perfect. 1 cycle is fine.
A beauty of a ship, too, may I add.
I love her. Yes.
And then she just very flippantly just hands him the amount of cubes, which I have to write down. Make sure that my money is in order.
Fantastic.
How much did you say it was? 25?
25 energon cubes.
25. Okie dokie.
On this brochure, if anyone's looking at it, it paints this place like a paradise. 2 bots around the front page are holding hands, sitting at a sunset, while under it says, "Bringing the universe together. Welcome to Core." CORE, with a period after each letter. The next page goes into details about the finest oil baths, the tastiest energon goodies, the most gorgeous upgrades, racetracks, and massive library of knowledge. Where under the library in text it says, "Knowledge is everything." At this point, if you guys were reading the brochure, the van bot has taken off to go help the others fill up your ship, and you're left to your own devices. What would you like to do?
These all look like kind of fun, actually.
Let me look at my wallet right here. Yes, I don't have a lot. It appears I am just going to go sightseeing and window shopping.
I'm probably gonna try to get a new coat of paint.
I'm going to join Zephyr because I don't trust him to wander off on his own. You're too small.
I say we split the group here. We each go to one and then rotate.
That never works out.
It always works out. We're in
Oh
a
my
city.
God.
Primus.
Zephyr, check your WhatsApp.
You've been scolded.
Oh yeah, let's not split up.
Thank you.
We're stuck together.
The giant meteor that was heading for Zephyr makes a 90-degree turn and goes the other way.
Oh my god.
That's not canon. That was
Just
a
a
joke.
target painted on the back of his head.
Man, just my luck. Just my luck. I'm trying to get hit by a meteor and it just does that. What is my luck?
It looks like the paint shop is on the way to the library if you were to choose to go there.
Before I go there,
I'd be down to go to the library.
before I go there, I want to check my swindle tracker and see if he's on planet.
He is not. It still looks like the coordinates are on Cybertron, but slightly different, as if he was moving around on the planet itself, right?
That's good. Well, do you guys mind if I stop and get a fresh coat of paint real quick and go to the library?
With what money?
I have some.
Sure.
Let's go. Let's get him some new paint.
Hey, I have a big bot out to get me, so I need to blend in.
So you show up
Smart idea.
to the shop and Body Works, which is on the way. And there's a vendor bot there that looks exactly like a one that you saw at the marketplace before on the desert planet.
Hello.
Greetings.
Greetings. I would like to get a coat of paint. How much would that be?
Please indicate color.
Yellow.
Processing. Processing. 50 Shaniks.
Okay, I guess I'll give you all my money.
Transaction complete.
I would like to color over my orange parts.
So they take you to the back and they kind of like cover the parts that are not orange with like some plastic material.
Oh, okay.
So it looks nice when it's done. And then they kind of just spray you with a fresh coat of yellow where your orange was, like across your chest, a mohawk looking thing on your forehead, your ears, and your shoulders. Can't see anything else in the image, but I think that's it. And your cannon, that's more of like an energy color, so it can change by itself.
Okay.
And that's it from the vendor bot.
I just walk out. Like, what do you guys think?
Farewell.
Farewell. Thank you.
Ooh, yellow suits you.
Thank you.
He said thank you. Whatever. If I may give you a suggestion, all black is the way to go.
I like to spice things up, you know?
I think you look good.
Yeah, just kind of give it a little pizzazz.
Pizzazz.
If I make it all black, it's, you know, nothing unique.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, if he's all black, he's going to be too scary.
That's the point.
Balance.
You guys want to head to the library?
Yeah.
Everyone roll me a perception check as you guys are walking up to this massive library entrance. Like you're going up the stairs. There's a lot of stairs, so about halfway through I want you to roll perceptions.
17.
I think I'm going to type this wrong, but I did it right.
21. Natural 20.
As you guys are making your way up the steps, there's this Autobot on your far right that kind of trips on one of the steps and kind of stumbles, and another bot rushes over to help him up. And as you're paying more attention to the scenario, because you all rolled pretty good, this bot that went to go help him up has a Decepticon badge.
Huh.
Come on, I thought there would be more reaction to that.
I'll be racist, but
I'm in shock that this Decepticon decides to be a good Samaritan. I walk over and slap his hand, tell him, "Get up on your own, boy." Of course, I look like a 5-year-old.
oh my
walking up to
Primus.
him. Of course, I look like a 5-year-old walking over and slapping his.
So they're much bigger than you. So when you try to go slap their hand, you have to try to jump. Roll me in athletics.
Oh man!
Get swatted.
But you didn't see a pistol on your hip now.
14.
So you make contact with their hand, but since you're so short and they're taller, it makes it look like you're giving them a low 5 as they're getting up. And they're just like, "Thanks, little dude." And they just kind of walk off.
I'm not your dude, guy.
My dude.
You're not my guy, friend.
I thought you were
You're
going to
not my
say,
friend,
I'm not
buddy."
little. And then you just went completely with the dude.
You continue walking up to the giant library's front entrance, and written above the doors, it says, "Nothing is forgotten." And underneath that, it says, "Core is the center of all life." And you walk into this building.
That's ominous.
You're in the front lobby, and looking around, there's not many bots in the lobby area right now. There's maybe like 4 or 5. They're either already inside, but you don't see anyone else entering the building. They're either like in there or they're leaving. Although looking around inside this library, to kind of describe it more, there's like the front desk, and then there's 4 massive corridors that seem to go on for miles in different directions. Maybe stretch across the very planet itself. You don't know. They go so far. And there's shelves filled with blue data banks standing still at the lobby. You can't see much, but you can assume by the first couple of labels on things that this library has information from many different languages. Zephyr, you're not in much awestruck from the massiveness of the library or the pretty lights as everyone else is, because, you know, you're Zephyr.
Yeah.
You have a type. You have a thing.
Yep.
You're more interested
That's me.
in something else that catches your eye. On one of the 4 corridors, written in Old Cybertronian, which I believe is the language that you can read but none of the other 2 can, you see the words written on top of it, Cybertronian Warfare.
Ooh! Oh my god.
Let me know if you're interested.
I was already halfway down the hallway, man.
Well, he didn't want to come to the library yet. He found something.
Roll me a sneak.
Sneak.
A sneak.
Oh, are we gonna lose him?
Yes.
Well, if he dies, it was his fault.
25. Take it or leave it.
Okay, you managed to sneak off without the other 2 party members noticing.
Excellent.
We're gonna switch to you in a moment, but I'm gonna finish describing the scene for Eight Wheeler and Spitfire. So you disappear down the hall, while the rest of the parties, more specifically Eight Wheeler and Spitfire, are attempting to read the corridor signs starting with the left to the right. On the far left, written, I don't know who can read what, so just tell me if you can or not. Written in ancient Autobot. Who's that?
Not me.
I can read that.
You read the Great Expansion. The next corridor, the second to the left, written in Common, or Neo-Cybex, is Before Time Began. And the second from the right reads Core, the final move, in Micron.
That's me.
And then on the far right is the one written in Old Cybertronian. Cybertronian Warfare.
Is there anything that catches your eye, Spitfire?
She kind of scratches her chin. She's like,
I mean, all of this is pretty eye-catching, to be honest. I kind of don't know where to begin. What about you?
I have an idea of something. I have, and I show her little minicon stasis. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how to open this. It's a stasis spot for a minicon, which are inhabitants from Micronus. Is it
Correct.
the planet? So
Micronus is one of the original primes that was a minicon themselves.
yeah. So they're
Ooh.
descendants from Micronus. I've heard stories about them, so I was interested in seeing who's in here. And so I want to see if I can find a section to figure out how to open this.
she kind of like gasps softly at the minicon because it's pretty fascinating. And she says,
You absolutely should. This is amazing. Well, I won't hold you back. You go look, and I'm gonna go look at some other stuff. I think there was something in the Agent Autobot that I think I might read up on. Should we just meet up back here?
Yeah. And how about you, Zephyr? And I look around, I'm like, oh, he's gone. Great.
Primus, no! We lost him!
He's always wandering off.
Spitfire like frantically checks around for the baby Turbo Fox, like,
Please don't tell me we lost him too.
They're also gone.
Oh my god, the baby!
I should have paid more attention.
You guys are horrible parents.
oh my god, what have we done?
And we're adopting a new one? When we
Oh my
lost
God.
2 of them already?
We're a horrible family.
Scrap, should we look for them?
Well, knowing Zephyr, he's already long gone.
He's fine.
Yeah. He should be fine. Unless he gets in trouble, and we'll know if he gets in trouble.
I'm sure we will.
For Turbo Fox, I think he's probably playing around somewhere. Shouldn't get in too much trouble.
I hope not. Poor little guy.
So how about we do this? You go read up, and I'll go look around and see if I can find the Turbo Fox, and I'll let you know if I find him or not.
She sighs.
Deal.
Okay, sounds good.
Could you do me a favor and each of you put in which corridor you're walking into in general, just so that I can remember easier?
Which one has the ancient Autobot?
Ancient Autobot is the Great Expansion.
I'm going down that one.
Spitfire heads down to the corridor labeled the Great Expansion. Zephyr has head down to the one called Cybertronian Warfare. Eight Wheeler has gone to Core, the final move. And as at this point, we'll continue with Zephyr.
Yes.
And we'll do some flipping back and forth. So Zephyr, you're excited.
Oh yeah.
You can already tell this is going to be a good time. You're running down the hall. You zoom past the multiple different colored data banks. Zooming past the alphabetized assortment, the A's, the B's go by in no time. But you immediately bump into the only bot in this next section that has their back against you. You've arrived at the C's.
Why am I at the C's?
Okay, so you weren't really paying attention where you were going. You were looking at the shelves for the letters.
Okay.
And you ran into a bot that was in front of you.
Okay.
So you stopped because you ran into it.
Hey, move!
The bot is a little more than twice your height or so, slightly shorter than most bots. Probably a scout class, maybe. This bot in front of you looks like they turned into some sort of wolf. Their gray fur shifts as they move around to see you with their sky blue eyes, and immediately you can see a black Decepticon badge with the initials CD.
Excuse me, can I help you?
Yeah, clearly you can. Just step to the left.
Your left or my left?
Your left.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you said Decepticon badge with, what was the letters underneath it again?
CD.
Okay. And then as I'm getting ready to walk further, my curiosity I turn around, I walk over and go, okay, what's with the letters?
The letters?
Underneath your badge there, the CD, come on.
Oh, the letters. Used to be part of this group called the Crucible Dwellers.
Go on.
That's all I can remember.
Wait, you don't remember?
Yeah.
What are do you have a book on the Crucible Dwellers right there? Because now I gotta look at it.
He looks down and he's holding a data pad that has Crucible Dwellers on it.
I yank it from his hand.
Oh.
At the moment you yank it with one hand, your other hand's just kind of dangling to its side because you don't need both your hands to pull it from him. You feel something brush up against it.
Brush up against what, his hand?
Your hand.
My hand? I look at my hand. I don't...
The baby turbo fox is trying to rub and get pets.
Why are you here?
They yip in excitement.
Hey, hold on, one friend. I want to lean into Turbo Fox. Whisper so quietly into its ear. Beat it.
It kind of just does a circle around you and sits quietly.
Alright, look. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna have to read this. I'm sorry you lost your memory and you're probably trying to regain your memory. Too much, I must tell you. I don't care. And I look at the Turbo Fox and I say, what do you want?
After you do that, and you look back up at this bot, their eyes turn blood red. Almost a completely different stance that they have.
It's chill, man. It's just a data pad. I promise I'll give it back to you. And you can...
Be with us.
Wait, what?
Their voice sounds like multiple voices coming out at once.
Be with us.
Be one with
Core. Follow me to the center of everything.
Just want to read the data pad.
The bot begins to reach for you.
Hey, hands! I'm gonna smack it. Hold on, just a second. Hands off! I don't think I have much of a choice here because he's just gonna pick me off my feet.
Roll me your... What would you like to do? How strength or athletics, and describe it to me.
I run the other way. I try to climb the shelf up so he can't reach me. I don't know. As I'm climbing, I kind of want to throw data pads at his head just to have him snap out of it.
Wait, so you're climbing the shelf?
And throwing data pads at the same time, yes.
Okay, roll me athletics then.
Hold on.
Come on, man.
11?
So you make it about halfway up the shelf, which is about the same height they are, and they grab you by the ankle. Roll me initiative.
I want some fights. Oh no, +0.
Oh my god.
Natural 1.
Oh no. Okay. So for their turn, they grab you by the ankle, and at the same time, the Turbo Fox is yipping like crazy. And they pull you all the way to the ground, smacking you real hard.
Ow.
You take 2 damage.
Hey, look, man, this is a library, and I'm gonna have to shoot you.
Release yourself from your mortal coil.
I really, really wish I could, but no. I'm enjoying it too much. I'm gonna hit him with a slingshot.
Okay.
Why?
Oh. My Primus.
It's a natural 1 again.
So you try to hit him with your slingshot, and you miss, obviously. And you hit one of the data pads on the shelf instead, and just kind of falls next to you.
Don't make me hurt the Turbo Fox, man.
That's later.
Whoa, what?
A minute.
The bot kind of reaches up and is try to go to smack you in the head real hard. Does a 17 land?
Yeah, it does.
It goes and it gives you a light tap across the face. Take 1 damage.
Let's see if I can hit him with the slingshot again. 12.
That hits.
Yay. 6 damages.
Alright, describe the scene to me.
I aim for his eye socket, his blood red-eyed socket, at least the one on his left, because I told him to step to the left, and I'm going to blow his left eye out, and I'm going to just rear back on the slingshot and pop him in the eye. And then as I'm popping him in the eye, I said, I told you, you can have this back when I'm done. Quit the fooly crap.
So, you use a really sharp rock, because you're doing 6 damage here. And it goes right through their eye socket and out the other end, and they just kind of drop.
Excellent. Now I look at the Turbo Fox and I say, beat it!
The Turbo Fox just kind of like looks at you confusingly.
Oh, my Primus. You get in my way, and I will throw you. I don't know. I haven't thought about that far yet. Anyway, I read about the Crucible Dwellers.
Okay.
Wait. Backpedal up here.
Okay.
This body that turns into a wolf, right?
Yes.
Is there anybody down the hallway or near me?
Right now, you're alone with the Turbo Fox.
I cut its head off.
Okay, at that moment, we'll flip to the other party members. Let's go ahead and flip to, looks like I'm just going to go in order here. Eight Wheeler, you're in the corridor labeled Core, the final move.
Yes.
Down this hall, you find a massive computer screen that engulfs like the whole left side and circles up the ceiling and back to the right side, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it looks like some of the floor you're standing on also appears to be made of screen. And you hear a female voice.
Welcome to my planet. I hope you have enjoyed your stay. If it is knowledge you seek, you have come to the right place.
Perfect. I'm trying to get information on how to operate a minicon stasis pod.
You have a mini-con stasis pod.
That is correct.
I have not seen one of those in over 300 stellar cycles.
There.
All you must do is place your hand in the center of the stasis pod.
No wonder I was having trouble with it before.
Of course. Now I need something from you in return. For the price of knowledge, I must have something of value from you.
You want some Shanix?
Oh, your currency is no good here. Well, at least I have no use for any Shanix.
What would you like?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. What kind of knowledge would you like? I thought you were all-knowing.
I am, but, as you can guess by now, I'm restricted to this planet. Or, should I say, I am the planet.
Carry on.
I collect resources such as knowledge, or things to place knowledge into. Could always use the extra space.
And this is why we've created the data pads.
Correct. But even those run out of space.
Hence why we can create more.
Which brings you to me.
You want me to create a data pad for you?
Oh no, I do not wish you to create a data pad for me. They are too simple.
Well, then what do you want from me?
How many are in your crew?
Just me?
Just you. Interesting. Well, my chems indicated you arrived with 3 others.
I don't know them.
Then you wouldn't mind if I borrowed one in exchange.
What do you mean by borrow one?
I gave you knowledge. Now it's time for you to give me something in return. If they were not a part of your crew, surely you would not mind.
That is correct, but what do you mean by borrow? I thought you were asking for my help.
But that would be most helpful.
Why can't you borrow me?
This is unexpected. Most offer their crewmates. If this is the case, please see your way back to the lobby and take the elevator all the way down to me. And before you enter the elevator, be sure to say goodbye to your companions, as they won't see you again.
You know, I don't like how you're saying this. And I start running away.
You start running away.
Yep. Try to contact Spitfire and Zephyr.
As you're running away, the screens kind of follow you and shift on the wall.
As expected, you are refusing. I have taken matters into my own hands. Transaction complete. Enjoy the rest of your day.
And it tunes out.
What do you mean? And I start calling, Spitfire, Zephyr, do you read me?
Before that happens, we're going to do Spitfire's corridor, and then we'll end Spitfire's adventure with you calling them. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, so you chose the Great Expansion.
I'm scared.
So down this hall, there's lots of data banks describing the Cybertronian expansion, from splitting individual sparks in half, preventing little sparklings finding their true shape, and forcing them to fit into pre-built bodies. This doubled the population that created the edge to assisting invasion of other planets and worlds, which meant they had more room and then allowed them to repeat the process all over again. Hence the need for expansion units. Many of them in charge of wiping a planet clean if they couldn't get the current occupants to bend to their wills. One of these groups that helped the expansion was the Marauders, a group that in details, and you recognize the name, Eight Wheeler, and it goes on and says other members of their group were Axis, Airway, Ground Chop, and Wavelength. And it kind of goes in and says they've completed over 300 missions that they participated in and destroyed countless worlds. Most of the time they try to make contact, but all in all, most of them have been destroyed. This kind of confuses you because this isn't the Eight-Wheeler you know. What's your reaction?
Yeah, she's confused and probably like rereads the data pad a few times over just to make sure that this is in fact the same bot. And it feels almost, I guess, like reading a diary. Like, feels very personal. And
Right.
this must be what he was mentioning before with his previous crew.
And one of the missions, like, because they're labeled in order and year, is a planet called Exelon 5, where they wiped out the entire world of creatures that were like a lizard-like race. And in parts of the report, here and there, you read the mission was to destroy these savages and return stolen sparklings or protoforms. It just kind of like reawakens your hate for the war.
She like kind of aggressively puts the data pad away and not necessarily feels distrust, but yeah, she's upset with the war and it brings up a lot of icky feelings, and her dream kind of resurfaces, and she, I guess, internally debates, do I bring this up to him? Should I even mention this? Like, how do I...
Speaking of Eight-Wheeler, your comms begin to ring. It's them. It's Eight-Wheeler.
Eight-Wheeler?
Spitfire, are you there?
Yeah, are you okay?
There's something wrong going on this planet. I just spoke to a computer that says that they are the planet and that they wanted to take somebody from my crew as payment.
Am I in on this call?
I was trying both. So I found Spitfire first. I gave her the information, and then I was calling Zephyr to give him the information.
I may know this, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
after I called her, I called you, make sure where you were, and gave you the information. Zephyr, are you there?
Hey,
Hey,
how's it going, man? I found some good stuff over here.
glad you're having a blast. We have a problem. I just spoke to a computer that says they are the planet and that they were going to take somebody from my crew as payment. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm glad you volunteered. Bye.
And I hang up on them.
Hey!
So we're going to flip to Zephyr on the hang up.
Oh my god!
So you're on the phone and you're kind of checking your hands out, and you're slightly taller than you used to be, and you're looking at the back of your claw robotic hands, and you see the fur shift as your wrist twists. Looking in the distance, you see the baby Turbofox has taken off toward the lobby, scared of what just happened, of what they just witnessed you do. They're quite a ways away and look like they're running into a dense crowd back towards the main lobby.
Oh, you little scrap.
And I chase him.
You take one step forward and you trip and fall to your knees as images flash through your head. The first thing you see is through someone else's eyes, and you can assume it's whoever this person was before, or this bot before. And you're back on that D-Class World Sweeper, loading up on a shuttle. The next image that flashes into your head, and you're feeling pain in your servos as this is happening, is when you're landing on this planet's surface. You're immediately overwhelmed and knocked out, and then you awaken, being dragged into the elevator in the lobby. And you kind of blink, go in and out of consciousness, and the next thing you see, you're in a large room in what you can assume is probably the planet's center.
Oh, great.
On the floor,
I appear to have taken the shortcut.
well, this is in your head.
Oh, I gotcha.
These are images you're seeing from the previous bot.
Okay, I thought we were... Okay, I got you.
You see hundreds of bots hooked up to this massive circular computer, and then you come to. The wind has been knocked out of you, and you look back up, and you can see Eight-Wheeler and Spitfire in the lobby down the hallway, but no Turbofox.
Hey, hello?
Oh, there you are. Took you long enough.
Yeah, You see, you can address me eye to eye now, huh? Yeah. See, look at these, look at this fur.
Eight Wheeler and Spitfire, you see this wolf-like bot stand up. You recognize the voice, but you don't recognize the bot. And their head kind of resembles that, for the listeners out there, resembles that of Roadbuster from the Wreckers comics, but on a wolf bot body.
Zephyr?
You guys don't recognize me, do you?
We recognize the
sorta.
voice, I guess.
Irrelevant. You see, I had these dreams of these bots in peril below us, and you guys should definitely go rescue them
Why should we trust you?
because I am trapped in this library just the same as you. Tisai.
What did you do?
I just walked in. I don't know. What do you want me to answer here? I walked into the library and
She
I
like
came
points
up
to
with-
the decapitated bot behind him. Did you do that? Was that here?
No, you don't see that. That's down a different hallway.
So you would only see like a head way all the way down at the hallway. You can't quite make it out to be a head, but it's just like small.
A thing.
Like
Yeah.
a dot.
Yeah.
You sound familiar. Do we know you?
No, you can call me Zeph Wolf, or you could call me Wolfer. Yes, Wolfer,
Wolfer.
Uh-huh.
Wolfer,
Okay.
like a woofer, but Wolfer. Yep.
Like a subwoofer?
Oof.
Okay.
It has come to my attention. You had a little piece of. You have you have this thing running around in the library, and it appears to have disappeared.
You mean Zephyr?
If you would call him the blue piece of scrap, then yes, Zephyr.
He could be a little piece of scrap sometime.
Is he blue?
He is not. I didn't quite catch the blue. I'm sorry. Looks like you're talking about the Turbo Fox.
Yes, the Turbo Fox. I love them so much. Let's go find it.
What?
The intercoms throughout the entire library now. You can hear the same voice, Eight Wheeler. Core speaking to you as if they are watching your every move.
You cannot unpay the price. I have already connected to your little friend. What is it? A Turbo Fox. And in a few cycles they will be completely uploaded into my databases, adding to the continuing growth of knowledge. Enjoy your day.
And it cuts out.
Okay, Spitfire. That is the computer I talked to. She said that she was going to take payment for giving me knowledge, and it took the turbo. She instructed me to go to the elevator and take myself down there as payment originally. But when I figured that it was going to end up badly, I decided to run and alert you and Zephyr. And it looks like she got a hold of the fox. So I'm going to go in there and get my fox back. If you would like to join me, you're welcome. If you're going to leave the planet, you're welcome to do that as well. You don't owe us anything.
Highness.
I don't know where I don't know where Zephyr is, but I'm gonna fight this planet for my turbo.
She like rubs her temples.
Must I repeat, I as well am stuck in this vast hell of knowledge that I cannot leave.
If you would like, are you a fighter?
Am I a fighter, Primus?
Let me look at it real quick.
Looks up to the sky. Am I a fighter?
A ray of light appears. Yes, you are, my son.
You're a hunter.
I am a hunter, but I can provide services.
Perfect. Settled.
I'm in.
You're in?
I'm in.
Well, I don't want to force you or anything. I know it's not your fight.
It is now.
So I kind
I
of
am rather stuck.
The elevator in the lobby dings, and the
to go down.
doors slide open. 4 bots come out. They don't have, how would I say this? The traditional weapons. One has a pipe, another's trying to hold a data pad menacingly, and then the other ones are just trying to look tough. But all their eyes are red, blood red.
Like we got company.
Everyone, roll me initiatives.
Crap.
12.
14.
7.
2 groups, so it'll be 2 and 2. Okay. So the first group lunges at you. One goes after your new weird friend Wolfer, I think is what he tried to call himself.
Yeah, Woofer, I think is, yeah, woof.
Woofer.
The 14 land Wolfer.
My AC is 14.
I will give you the player benefit, so it misses. The second bot is gonna try to lunge at you, 8-wheeler.
Okay.
11?
That is it. That's exactly my
Okay,
AC.
also missing. So they're kind of not coordinated, as if they have no fighting skills or memory of fighting skills. The next ones up are, looks like Zephyr.
You mean
Wolfer. Wolfer, I mean Wolfer.
Are you talking to me? I try to look at, see if I had any other weapons other than the ones I've had before, but I try to hit the one that lunged at me with my slingshot. Oh no. 2.
You're still trying to get used to this body, and you shoot it straight into the ground.
Having a little bit of problem there, Woofer?
Why, it was merely a distraction, my boy.
8-wheeler.
I see. I'll use my fusion cannon shoot to the one that tried to hit me. 10.
Not gonna do it. As you're trying to lift your fusion cannon to hit this bot coming at you, you accidentally miss and hit the wall next to the elevator.
I suggest not trying to mimic me.
And then
I cut up in the moment.
the
Sorry.
other group, first one's gonna try to go after you, Spitfire. It's a 15 land.
Ooh, yes it does.
So this is the one with the data pad trying to hold menacingly, and what they're gonna try to do is like joust with it. Like they're like running at
Oh my
you
God.
with the data pad pointed forward at you, and they kind of jab it into your side and deals 5 damage.
Ow.
And those are some hard data pads.
Right?
Yeah.
The other
Primus.
one is gonna go after 8-wheeler. So 8-wheeler, you have 2 on you, and this one's also gonna miss. This one was holding a pipe, but he doesn't know what to do with it exactly, and just kind of the pipe, like kind of throws it at you, and it just drops short of your foot.
Oh, always for the legs.
Spitfire, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna go for the one who just smacked me with a data pad. I'm gonna use my blaster, which is range.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Nice.
Because it's 2d6, yeah.
You blast returning fire at the bot, and they just kind of go, ow!
Yeah, that's right. Ow.
Where do you hit them at?
The side, probably.
Back in the side?
Yeah.
They just go, ow, that hurt!
Yeah, it hurts.
Back to the top, which is the first group. So the first one's going after you, Wolfer. Also missing again. And then the second one with you, 8-wheeler, 17.
That hits.
This one doesn't have really a weapon, so they're just kind of like reaching their hand straight out and gonna try to slap you
Yeah, I see how
for
it
1
is.
damage. It's just enough to be annoying.
I rub my cheek like that sting.
And Wolfer, I think it's you to go.
Okay, the one that lunged at me is gonna lose an eyebrow. Or an eye. Hopefully I hit the eye. The optic. 6.
You don't get it. I'm sorry. 8-wheeler.
I'll try to shoot the one that just slapped me. Is he like super close to me?
They're both really close to you. Like they're like less than 5 foot from you.
So 22?
Yes.
Okay. I put my fusion cannon up to his chest.
Okay.
And I just blasted point blank.
Go for it.
13.
Up to like straight up to their chest.
Yep, just point blank on their
You
chest.
blast a hole straight through them, and the red of their eye kind of fades to a green, and then they fall over.
Okay, I guess I could have done that a different way.
Now there's 3 left. Now the second group, one's on Spitfire. Gonna miss with that data pad again, so no more jabbings with that one. And then the second one that's on 8-wheeler, 13.
Hits.
Hits. Okay. This one's the one that, because you shot the one that slapped you. This is the one that missed the first time.
Yeah, the one with the pipe.
The one with the pipe that threw it at your foot. Now is weaponless, so now they're going to try to slap you. They do 5 damage this time. They have a much better upper hand slap.
Ow.
Spitfires, you go.
I think I'm just gonna aim for the same bot with my blaster again.
Yeah, get it.
Just get off me. Get away from me.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Alright.
Yeah, the first time you shot him, you were getting used to your blaster. This time you're like, okay, I'm not messing around anymore. And you shoot dead on. How do you dispose of this bot?
Well, dang, I don't want to kill them if I know that they're just being controlled. Is there a way that I could just like,
Disarm them?
yeah, like either shoot them in the leg or the foot?
Okay, so you're able to like shoot one of their legs off and they drop and go unconscious.
Oof.
With that, we're back to the top. We got one bot on this round. That's Zephyr. He's having a heck of a time. They missed too. They're just dancing.
Wow.
Wolfer, sorry. Wolfer and this bot are just dancing.
Looks like they're both nervous.
I will win this salsa.
Dance off.
This tango.
I think that's your turn, Zephyr.
13.
That hits.
I'm gonna hit him with my dual pistols this time.
Okay.
4.
Yeah, so you take a shot and hit them in each of their shoulders, but it's not enough to stop them.
Oh my gosh.
They just kind of brush it off. And then it's Eight Wheeler.
I'm gonna use my ice pistol this time because I'm running out of bullets for the other one. And I'll try to hit them like on the chest, kind of like on the upper left side. Trying to kind of hit like one of the, not a major point, but something to like knock them out. That's a 7 with a natural 1.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
I shoot myself.
Big goof.
you go to try to take a shot into their chest, and instead, when you lean into the blast so you don't get that knockback, you instead stumble and fall face first into the ground,
Scrap.
taking 3 damage.
Great.
I think. Right, okay, yes. Okay, and then it's the bot in front of you's turn. That just kind of witnessed you just biff it. 14 land?
Yes. On me? Yes.
They witness you fall down, and they're just like, okay, I'm just gonna kick him. Literally kicking you while you're down.
Dude.
6 damage.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna die again.
What's that put you at?
2.
2?
Oh no.
And then with that, Spitfire's turn. The one that you were after is knocked out. The only bots that remain is the one Zephyr's dancing with, and Eight Wheeler getting kicked by.
What kind of? Alright, I want to go for the one that's kicking Eight Wheeler because that's just mean.
Yep.
Wow. What kind of roll would I make if I wanted to just like ram into them and into the wall?
Strength. Or athletics. I'll let you decide.
Strength. Am I adding that to the?
Yep.
Okay.
D20 plus strength.
Not much. Well, 7.
So you try to ram full force to try and knock this bot off from kicking Eight Wheeler. You go full speed and then immediately stopped from this bot. They're much bigger than you. Not much bigger. They're about the same size as Eight Wheeler.
Crap.
But much different than a door. We'll go back to the top and we'll dance some more with Wolfer.
Alrighty. I will.
13?
Well, that misses. Now it's my turn.
Okay. They go in for a swing,
You
but
said back
again,
to
you're
top
dancing.
with Wolfer, and I was getting ready to roll.
Now we are.
Okay. How many 7s do we have to roll?
Supposed to be a lucky number, guys.
Well, at least it's not a natural 1 with a 7, like with a 6.
3 7s on our end. That's gotta be like a jackpot or something,
Yeah.
right?
Ding,
I
ding,
I get full health. Yay.
ding.
Nah. So you kind of just like swing underneath their arm and try to punch them from behind, but they also dodge and swing underneath your arm. So you're literally doing this dance.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Spitfire, you ran into this bot who's it's their turn now. Natural 1. And they were going to try to hit you, but since you're still like up against them trying to push them, they trip trying to find their footing. They also fall and they take 2 damage, but they're still conscious. Eight Wheelers, you're going.
Okay, I'm done with this. I get up, I get my sword, and I'm just gonna stab the bot. Come on, bot. And what did I do wrong? 8. Another 7, just to...
I'll give you advantage. They're on the ground.
Primus, please.
9. Come on, really?
Let me hold them down.
What do you need? What do we need?
Let me hold them down.
This was supposed to be an easy encounter, guys. You swing at them while they're down, but they kind of roll to their side and you miss. Spitfire's turn.
Oh my god, I'm taking out my daggers. I'm going for the shins.
Stay down.
Get him in the kneecaps.
Do the Zephyr special.
Because the daggers are melee, what am I adding again?
Strength.
Great. It's just 1.
Same here.
Oh my god, it's a 9.
This spot.
Please, he's on the ground.
He's on
We
the
still get
I'll give
advantage.
you advantage. He's on the ground.
Oh my god, dude. Just keep
Please.
going up. It's like it started 7, 7, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9,
Oh my god, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
How do you do this?
oh my god.
17.
I just want to like pin him to the ground with the daggers if I can. Just please stop moving.
No matter what you roll, it's going to be enough. So, describe the scene to me.
She's like, this bot is like rolling on the ground, and she's kind of like chasing after it with both daggers, like trying to just please stop moving to get him to stay or to just stop moving. And she eventually like gets one like quick nick on his like shin, and then lands one final hit and to the side.
What side?
His left side.
I mean, like the side of their leg, the side of their chest.
Oh, the side, like they're like the side of their torso,
the side
I
of
guess.
person. Okay.
The side.
They go
side.
unconscious, I think. Is that what you want to do?
Oh my Primus, that was exhausting.
Then we're back to the top with the one dancing with Wolfer. They also miss, continuing this majestic dance between Wolfer and his bot.
Oh my god.
I
We
will
went up.
be the best dancer here.
We went up to 17 and now we're back down to 9. What is this?
You can do it, big guy. Please.
It's your goal, Wolfer.
I believe in you.
Right, so I'm gonna eventually win this dance with this bot. 16.
Yes, that hits. That hit.
And he will suffer my wrath of my dance.
For I am
Dance off, bro.
the master of the dance, or the lord of the dance.
Frick dance.
I will be successful.
What is it you are doing?
By pulling out my pistols and kneecapping him. And before I finish this blow, hopefully it is the blow, I will dance above.
Hurry
his
up and
grave.
blow this guy off.
I will dance above his grave.
Wait,
There's a 2 kill.
That math doesn't add up.
Yeah, D4 plus 2. You only
Wait.
got
what? Yeah.
Oh wait, 2d4 plus 2. Duh. Sorry, I was too busy fixated on my.
Your grand speech.
on your
Log.
blowing.
Oh, stop.
Oh my god, cops!
Roll.
8.
Yes.
Aha!
Oh.
And before I put the final blow into him, I dance. And I
You
win.
blast both their kneecaps clean off to the point where they fall to the nubs of their legs remaining and they pass out.
I hope my neighbor doesn't like call my landlord just to say there's a man above me saying he's going to dance aggressively.
I'm scared.
And I dance.
Mommy, help. That was the end of the encounter. The elevator door is wide open.
I dance to the elevator.
I try to contact Zephyr and say, "Hey, Zephyr, I don't know where you are, buddy, but I really need one of those health packs."
As you're doing that, you can hear his wrist go off and you hear your own voice.
Is that you, Zephyr?
I may have murdered a little one.
Oh my Primus.
You murdered Zephyr and you took his communication watch? Or took his wrist?
Yes.
What is wrong with you?
Yes. Yes.
Do you have his stuff?
No.
Then we have a problem here. If you killed my little friend,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to
Oh my
avenge him.
gosh. Why do you have to keep calling him little?
Well, why are you getting mad?
Yeah.
What if I told you he put up such a amazing, courageous fight to the point where he almost decapitated me, and yet you call this courageous this absolutely beautifully painted Decepticon little?
Spitfire just folds her arms and slowly.
Well, I'm not saying that he's not a good fighter. On the contrary, I know he is a very great fighter.
Thank you.
What do you know about booster
Yeah, he
seats?
was.
I'm just trying to figure out why you took him out.
There was a dance.
Was there? Where is his body?
His body, I hid. I hid.
Why? Where?
Interrupt here for a second. Where do you have the the Minicon stasis pod at?
I'll probably put it on my chest component.
Okay. Your chest component starts glowing green.
Oh, I'm evolving, guys.
A baby's being born.
And you feel something shaking.
Oh, what is this feeling? I open my compartment.
This pentagonal stasis pod flashes with a bright green light, and a name is flashed into your head. Bug Shield.
Bug shield.
Bug Shield. And the only other thing that you can understand at this moment is they have been inside this stasis panel for a very long time. You do not know much else other than that. It has the ability to power links with its bonded user, and since you were the one to open it, that user is now you.
Awesome. Do I know what power links is? Or do I have to ask it?
Oh, you know, it will upgrade you in somehow. This Minicon stands in front of you in bot mode, and they're about 5 feet tall or so, slightly smaller than Zephyr, or quote-unquote your former partner Zephyr. They have 2 propellers on each shoulder. They're mostly white with some reddish-orange stripes. They also have 3 eyes, 2 on the left and 1 on the right. A faceplate and hooks for hands.
Hooks for hands.
Whoa.
If anything, I call them a hook. Never mind.
It turns to you,
Stop that.
Wolfert, and all you hear is like some dial-up beeping noises. But Eight Wheeler, you hear, since I think you speak Micron,
I do speak Micron.
you hear,
Who is this tailpipe talking graplet?
Good question, Bug Shield. This is Wilford. He killed one of our partners, and we're trying to figure out what happened. And you just arrived at the perfect moment.
again,
Nice to meet
Spitfire and Zephyr, you hear the dial-up noise again, the beeps and boops.
Would you like me to decapitate them, Master?
I don't think that'll be required at this moment. Trying to get some information before we take him out.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Am I taller or at the same height as Woofer?
Yes, you're slightly taller, but you're around the same.
Cool.
Oh,
Yes! Yes, I'm taller. That's all I wanted to know. That's it.
To be exact, you're about a foot taller.
Cool.
I would like to pick up Bug Shield, put him on my shoulder, and say, "Where were we, Woofer?" Yes. Zephyr, where is his body?
I consumed his body.
Ew!
I thought you said you hid it.
As soon as you say that, over the intercoms, you hear that female voice again.
What are you waiting for? Time is ticking. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
We'll talk about this later, Woofer. But you walk out in front of us. We don't want you to run off.
Uh-huh.
You're on. Stay nice.
You all know I could possibly outrun you,
Can
right?
you?
Yeah.
He can't.
Oh.
I was about to say, can you outrun a gun?
Oh, my friend here is pretty speedy.
He could
So-
outrun Eight Wheeler, but not Spitfire, just to clarify.
Yeah.
I'm fast.
So get in the elevator.
I guess I get into the elevator too.
I'm giving you a command to get in the elevator. I'm not saying I'm getting in the elevator.
Well, now I don't want to get in the elevator.
Well, you have to get in the elevator.
Yeah.
I could defend up here.
No,
Nope. You're coming with us. We gotta keep an eye on you.
don't make us drag you.
Don't you dare.
You better believe I will.
Alright, fine.
I get in the elevator.
Okay. After you, Spitfire,
Why, thank you.
She gets on.
I get on and I look for a button press.
When you go into the elevator, you see hundreds of buttons,
And I'm like, good thing Zephyr's not here. He would have pressed them all.
and you just press the bottom one.